I identified the 3 marketing mistakes that made me shut down my business. All of the 3 combined led to not enough users signing up, which is a key reason for failure. If you don't want the same fate for your business, make sure you watch this video until the end. Now, in general, you can approach the marketing of your business in 2 different ways. The first one being organic, which is the free way, and then the second one being paid, which is the advertisement way. My organic marketing was mostly done through LinkedIn and a little bit of Facebook. 3 months before I even created the waiting list landing page for the idea that I had, I started building up my profile on LinkedIn because so far it was pretty much a dead profile. The only times where I was posting there was when I got a job promotion and when I got a new job. Initially, I began with posting different kinds of posts. These posts were with questions related to the business idea. I was trying to understand more from people about their current problems and about their current behavior so I can try and formulate my business idea even better. During this time, the idea changed, which is great, and I managed to understand more about what people actually need. Because initially you might think that you have got the best problem that you're trying to solve, but actually that might be something small and maybe there is something a lot bigger that you can be solving out there. After I finished up with all these different posts, I started posting more about my experience related to the niche, so people would start to engage more with my posts. And I was also DMing people which I would see as potential customers for this business idea. I wanted to reach out to them and potentially organize a meeting so I could interview them and understand even better their problems and their needs. A couple of months after that, when I already had built up a waiting list and I already had built up the platform and I launched it, I also created a company page for the platform and I started posting content there as well. However, there was one main issue, and it was that there was no reach towards the post on the company page. Although many people started following the page because I invited them, again there wasn't really any reach out there, and it was very tough to start building a following for the company page as well. The only time where I could really get some kind of following going was if I shared the post on my personal profile as well. On top of all this, I was also making posts in different Facebook groups where I would say that there was engagement definitely, but only in a few amounts of groups related to my niche. In the rest of them, I was simply ignored. And now, having said all of this, it's time to unveil mistake number 1, and that is that all of this wasn't enough. I didn't post enough times, the quality of the posts wasn't good enough, and the content strategy overall was not the best one. Okay, now that we have organic marketing out of the way, let's talk about paid advertisement and how I approached that situation. Initially, when I had the waiting list landing page, I created a campaign on Google AdWords, and more specifically, I created a search campaign after watching just a couple of videos because it all seemed very easy. Like all the videos were showing that it's just a few clicks there, you put a different kind of keyword out there, and then Google Ads would just simply start running. And on top of this, Google are also providing recommendations along the way, which I now realize are very bad, but I didn't know at the time. So I thought that everything was amazing. And 2 months later, after I launched the campaign, I got around 1% CTR, which I thought was just amazing, but now I know how bad that is. CTR is click-through rate. That would mean the people who have seen your ad and have clicked on the ad. So let's say 100 people see your ad and 1 person clicks on it, that would be a 1% CTR. And this was actually my second big mistake. Underestimating the expertise needed for Google Ads or for any kind of tool out there. I thought that it was as simple as all the videos out there on YouTube show it. I can confidently say right now that it's not. Now, before I go into the third mistake, make sure you subscribe. This shows to me that you enjoy this content and that I should continue doing it. Thank you. And the third mistake, I identified it around Facebook ads. This was the other paid advertisement method that I was using. Last year, Facebook ads have been changing a lot. A lot of the options that you had, let's say 5 years ago, are being removed, and the importance of your creative is becoming greater and greater. Luckily, I had my sister who built the designs, and she works in a creative agency. She owns the creative agency actually, so the creatives were definitely very good. But that wasn't enough. I was trying to target two different types of users. On one side we have people who were providing career help, and on the other side we had people who were searching for career help. These are two totally different demographics. On one side we have people with a lot of experience, and on the other side we have people who may not have that much experience and are, let's say, students or just out of college. So this meant that I had to have a very good targeting strategy that could target my ideal customer profiles. However, that targeting strategy was missing from Facebook ads, and now I realize how bad the setup was there. So, mistake number 3 was that I wasn't targeting my ideal customer profile in the best way possible. In summary, we have these 3 mistakes: not enough effort, underestimating the expertise that is needed, and not targeting the proper audience. If you're going to be launching a business soon, make sure you reflect on all of these 3 and start thinking about the digital marketing efforts that you will need to put in out there as soon as you can. You will not regret this. And if you have a specific question about the mistakes that I did, and if you want me to go into more detail, please leave a comment below with your question and I'll answer as soon as possible. Thank you for watching, and remember, no matter if it's your personal or business growth, never settle for average.